Hey fellow fish freaks, it's Wise Guy here for Fish Behind Glass. Interesting week this week. The last local fish store that was up here in the California high desert finally closed. So they had a big sale today, so I went in and for basically under $55 I was able to walk away with quite a bit. So I'll have plenty of stuff to fool around with and keep me occupied. Yeah, timers, lace rock, a couple of nice fish, little things that I can use for now to update my tanks that I have. Okay, so the first things I grabbed from there were rock and fish, and when I was waiting in line I was able to find stuff in the aisle, and I lucked out pretty good. I got a timer for my power heads, I think I'm going to use that for. A couple air stones, you could always use them. Could always use this thermometer. A net, deep net. And this is going to be good for like when I get fish in. I needed another air pump, so I use this small one to run possibly another little filter like that one. So for my latest tank that I put together, my little hospital tank, there we go, I got a heater for that. So all of this, I got two good sized gouramis. I mean, so yeah, two gouramis, all of this stuff, and about 6.5 pounds of lace rock, and yeah, made out like a bandit for like 50 bucks. So I'll go ahead and I'll show you some video of that lace rock, and there you go. Thank you, Patty's Critters. Sorry you're going out of business. Yeah, I made out like a bandit. I might go back and check again and see how it goes. But yeah, that's the last local fish store that we had up here, and it's gone. So it's either go to Petco or PetSmart, or go to go about probably like 60 miles away to go to the next closest fish store. Alright, so after that, fish pump. So a couple of weeks ago, I was looking to maybe get some gouramis to add to my tank. Came across at the store Paradise Gouramis. It's almost like a silvery fish. When you looked at it far away, it looked like it was silver, but as you got close, you could really see the detail in it. And it was a super cheap fish, so I already worked a little bit with gouramis. I really like gouramis. And so I put them in my brand new quarantine tank that I set up, and they were doing pretty good in there. So I had a little video of them in my Fish Behind Glass video, and they were still that silvery color. But since that time, they have totally changed. Since I put them in the display tanks that I wanted them in, and they've gotten much darker, much richer color. Fantastic looking fish. Yeah, the colors on it, it looks brown from a distance, but that light turquoise color changed to a dark teal, and that light orangey color went to like a dark rust color, and that fish just looks totally awesome now. It's got a lot more spots on it now. They seem, once they got into my display tanks, and I put one in one tank and one in another tank, and yeah, they came out totally beautiful fish. Very active fish. It's not over overly aggressive. They went after my biggest female guppy, but with things rearranged, I was able to get her out of there and then put back into the tank. So if you ever get a chance, they're like the cheapest gouramis you can get. So I just wanted to highlight this fish a little bit, just so that you could see the difference between the colors. And so I'll just like flip it back and forth to how much color change is happening in this fish. For such a dull looking fish at one angle, it really does look nice when you look at it up close. Very pretty fish. So I hope you enjoy this little video about Paradise Gouramis. Fish Pub. So I wanted to do an update on my power head that I put in here. I actually got two, but I'm just using one right now. And I put it in here because I wanted to raise the level of my tank water, and if it was above this rim here, there wasn't enough surface agitation from the filter in order to make enough of a gas exchange where the fish were doing all right. They seem to be a little bit lethargic and a little bit clampy with their fins. So I would always end up bringing down the water level to about here, and once that was down and the water was being agitated more, the fish seemed to do much better. So I got this power head to basically agitate the surface so I could raise it up higher. Little bit of issues with it doesn't want to start right away sometimes in the morning. It comes on when my lights come on. Originally I was thinking I was going to run it 24 hours, but I noticed that the fish were a little bit more washed out in the morning when the lights first came on than usual, and I think it's just because they were not able to necessarily sleep. Because I was thinking, you know, rivers don't stop flowing at night, but the fish probably find little spots that they can sit in calm water to rest. So I figure at night it's okay to turn off that thing, and then when the lights are on, then the power head's on. And basically it's working out good. I don't know if it's making my fish a little bit smaller, and this is the first time I used the power head, so I'm not quite sure if I should feed them a little bit more, because a lot of them like to sit in the current and swim in that current and just sit there and, you know, like they're riding a ride or something. You can kind of see it right now, hopefully on the video. All of the color has really popped in these guys ever since I put this thing in here, so I'm really happy with it. I'm going to be doing a project on this tank, and I'm going to rescape it. I've had this basic setup in here for just over a year, so I'd like to go ahead and change it. I've got an idea that I'm going to go with. So one of the inspirations that I'm going to have for this tank is my pleco is just too big for this piece of decoration in here. So I also have a Carolina anole, and I got a hide for it, but it never used it. It likes to hide in the holes in the wood that I have in its terrarium. So I took that hide, and I'm going to take that hide. I've already taken it and soaked it for 5 days. So I actually just took this out maybe 20 minutes ago, and it was hard like it is now. I do not think that this thing's gonna pollute my fish water or anything, or at least that's what I'm hoping. And this will be my little cave that I can have for the pleco. It should be much bigger, and he can fit in there much better. I'm worried he's gonna get stuck in this thing. I'm gonna take the lace rock that I got from the 50% off sale at Patty's Critters closing, and I'm gonna put it on top and all over this. And I want to put that water feature on top here, and I think that all together, kind of with a big slope in the corner, should look kind of cool. So that's going to be the project that my big project that I'm working on next. So hopefully I'll have that done in time for the next video. We'll see. Before I do the final bits of video and I go out with a fish pump, I want to make sure that I do a huge shout out to Mike from Mass Aquariums. That guy mentioned my channel just for a snippet, and it's really moved things along. So I want to say a huge thank you to that guy. I want everybody to know he's a fish pump.